On February 23, 1903, Cuba granted the United States a perpetual lease of Guantánamo Bay. Located in southeastern Cuba, Guantánamo Bay has been under both U.S. and Cuban jurisdiction. The United States began to control the area toward the end of the Spanish-American War and continued its presence even after the war ended. The U.S. had intervened in Cuba, invading Guantánamo Bay to fight Spanish forces, and was credited with liberating Cuba from Spanish rule. In recognition of its role, the U.S. formalized its presence in 1903 through the Platt Amendment, which laid out 7 conditions for the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Cuba. While the amendment acknowledged Cuba's sovereignty, it allowed the U.S. to intervene in Cuban affairs and to lease or purchase land for naval bases. It was under these terms that Guantánamo Bay came under U.S. control. However, in 1934, the Platt Amendment was repealed. Since then, the Cuban government has regarded the U.S. occupation of Guantánamo Bay as illegal. Although the naval base was originally established in 1898, it wasn't until 2002 that U.S. President George W. Bush reopened it as the Guantánamo Bay Detention Camp. This occurred after the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks, when Bush rebranded the base to detain alleged terrorists captured in the War on Terror. The detention center has since faced intense criticism from international human rights and humanitarian organizations, including the European Union and the Organization of American States, OAS. The U.S. has been accused of violating human rights, particularly for using various forms of torture during interrogations of detainees.